Okay, we are rolling. Hello, everyone. I'm back. If you don't know who I am, hello. We're now besties. And if you don't want to be besties, then we're going to be besties eventually. My name is Krissy Walker. And today we are going to catch up. We're talking about why I wanted a sabbatical, why I came back to YouTube, what's going to happen moving forward, and also we're going to dabble a little bit into my timeline of being a creator overall all these years. So grab some coffee, get some water, and let's go ahead and just talk. Now, if you know me from before, you know that I wanted to normalize reading from your scripts or your outlines or your notes, and that's what we're doing today because I have a lot of notes I want to go over, and I'm sorry if I'm just yapping along, but that's kind of one of my specialties is yapping. So you'll get to know that side of me the more that you get to know me. So the first thing I want to do is actually go over my timeline of being a creator and why I basically ended up being a YouTuber. So back when I was in elementary school, I've always wanted to be a film director or producer or both, specifically in Hollywood and specifically for long films. And the reason why was because when I watched movies as a kid, I wasn't just, I guess, interested in the movie itself and the storyline that I'm watching. I was captivated by the graphics. I was captivated by the storytelling aspect and the emotional outlet, or I guess the emotional output that people get and experience from watching videos and watching, movies and stuff like that. And so I was a drama queen as a kid, and my mom always told me I should be an actress. But me, I was always really, really, really shy. I was so shy as a kid that I would let people just like push me around and like walk all over me, and I would never talk. I would just be an observer. So I was extremely shy, and I told myself, I thought to myself, I would never be an actress. But I loved the film industry so much. And what confirmed me wanting to be a film producer or director was when I went to Universal Studios and I got to see kind of like behind the scenes of some like sets. And I remember they were filming. I don't know what film it was, but there was a movie being filmed at the time I went. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. The fact that you get to create videos and you get to create a fake story with people who are acting in your story. And then when people watch it, they feel emotions from it. Like people cry, people laugh, people get upset at people that aren't even real. And I thought that was so amazing. And so the dramatic side of me wasn't an actress, but she was the type to go ahead and write stories and wanted to bring that to life. And so that's what I wanted to be as a kid. In 2009, I had to have been in middle school. That was when I posted my first video. And basically, my first channel was just me documenting some parts of my life in middle school, like being in band and dancing and being with my friends and stuff like that. And I didn't put too many videos out there. I ended up actually creating a new channel, which happened in 2010. So in 2010, I created a new channel because I didn't like my channel name. And I just basically documented more. I have a bunch of vlogs and a bunch of videos of just timestamps in my life. And I'm just very grateful that I had posted it on this new channel or on YouTube in general, because I don't care if people watch those videos, but I care more about like me being able to go back and watch that and relive that moment. And my future kids are able to see what my life was like as a kid as well. So that was in 2010. And then 2013, I was in high school and I started a new channel. So on this channel, I did a whole bunch of stuff. So I made homemade videos. I created that's when my director life started to come into play, because I started writing scripts and I would have like my cousins and my siblings and my friends be the actors and actresses in them, and they would I would make them act out what I wanted them to act out. So I did homemade video, films, short films. I did a bunch of DIY videos, a bunch of trend videos, transitioning from a man, having makeup of a guy, literally just a line of a beard and a mustache, transitioning into a woman, and just documenting my life yet again. And so there was no specific niche there. It was just me having fun and being creative, which that's what I miss about YouTube, was the creative aspect of it. People just being able to just do what they want and get views just because of how creative and, interesting their videos were. And then 2018 on the same channel, I started to do mukbangs, which is one of the things that I regret doing because like I look back and I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I did that. I didn't get a lot of views either. I think one video got a lot of views, maybe in the thousands. But I'm not proud of those videos, I will say. On the same channel and the same here, I went into my weight loss journey. And I feel like I've been on a weight loss journey my entire life. Thank goodness, since like a couple years ago, I've lost 105 pounds. So if you want to plug into my Instagram page where I share my weight loss journey, my TTC journey, which is basically me trying to have a baby and basically my like health life, then you can follow me at by Krissy Walker on Instagram or Krissy in Progress on TikTok. So anyways, yeah, I started my weight loss journey, then fell off of it very badly, like within like few months. And then the same channel in 2019, I started talking about manifestation and productivity. And now these days, I don't talk about like, I'm not into manifestation or spirituality like that anymore. But at the time, I was heavily into it because I manifested a lot into my life. So at the time, I was talking about manifestation, productivity. I was talking about like spirituality and how to get things that you want. And these are also videos I wasn't really proud of, but that's just like the phase I was at in my life. And then here comes December 2023, where I had officially relaunched my channel and I was talking about content creation and building a business as a creator. And so that is where I really started to get serious about YouTube because I decided, I needed to niche down. I needed to be specific with my goals and I need to focus on what I want to, basically how I want to serve my audience. And so that was content creation and being a business owner as a creator. And so December 2023, I put out my first video, which was how to, I believe, create aesthetic content for TikTok and Instagram reels and shorts or something like that. And that one actually blew up. Like it still gets tons of views today. But I remember I put that video out and then, to me, I was learning that I really needed to stay in a lane. And so that's what I did. And I was consistent and I wasn't going to be famous overnight. But as long as I remained consistent, I was going to get the results eventually. And so I remained consistent. And in January, for 3 weeks, I went to the Philippines. And while I was in the Philippines, my phone was dinging like crazy. I was getting a bunch of comments and I was getting a bunch of subscribers. And I was like, what is going on? What is this? And it was that video. And so I was very grateful that at the time I was smart enough to hire a virtual assistant who continued to push my videos out as I was out of the States. And then when I came back to States, that's when I was like, okay, I really need to lock in. So regardless of what happened in my life during that time, all through 2024, I remained as consistent as possible. But then towards the end of the year, I started to feel very disconnected from my channel. I was talking about content creation like crazy. I was repeating what worked for my channel in the past, and I wasn't seeing the results I wanted to see. And when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I was so grateful. Like I was celebrating. I remember I was at the bowling alley and I was just so excited. My husband took me out to celebrate and I was very, very proud in the moment because it's something I always wanted. And I, towards the end of the year, just did not enjoy the process of being a creator. I was tired of like chasing the numbers and I was tired of trying so hard to have the perfect script and put out videos to get nothing in return. And so my first video went viral, but the rest of the videos just weren't doing justice. And I thought that I had my big break, but I didn't. And so by the time 2025 came around, I believe I put out a few videos in January, but I decided that I wanted to take a break. And if you saw my last video, or if you go on my channel and see that last video, the title was "I'm quitting YouTube?" or something like that. And I even like debated coming back. Like there's so many times where like, okay, I'm ready to come back, and then I wouldn't come back. Oh, I'm ready to come back. I did come back. And the reason why was because I still I wanted to be a creator. I wanted to be back on YouTube because of multiple reasons, like the community. I loved the community that I created. If you are watching me right now and you've been with me since the start or since last year, like I love you. Like I love the community that we built together, and we are just creators who are trying to make it, basically, that we're all creators who want to create a life with content creation. And so that's where we all relate. And so that was a huge reason why I wanted to come back so badly. But then thinking about being a content creator, talking about content creation I was not aligned with that. Like I felt burnt out before even starting my channel. And so here I am, it's August, and I decided to come back, rip off the Band-Aid. And you're probably wondering, okay, well, what are you going to talk about? Like, do I need to unsubscribe? Like, are you still going to be talking about content creation? So my sabbatical, okay, so I went on my sabbatical because I was feeling burnt out because I was talking about content creation. But why am I coming back? I will still be talking about content creation. I know. Don't come for me. You're like, girl, you need to not. But I'm approaching it from a different angle. My channel is not going to be all about content creation. It's going to be all about being a work from home cozypreneur or solo entrepreneur. And so that's basically been my life for the last 4 years, was I have been working from home as a solo entrepreneur all this time. I built my office from scratch, and I have always been in the creator field. Like I've always been a video editor. I've always been a content creator. And so I'm going to talk about content creation, but more of like, I'm trying to help you get there, but it's not all about video editing. And I think it's the video editing that really burns me out. And I want to help you become a creator as well. And most likely you want to be creative because you also want to work from home. Like if you have a job, or if you just want to add on an additional side income, or if you want to replace income, like whatever it is, you most likely want flexibility, you want freedom, and you want your time back. You want to have power over your own life, and you don't want a job or projects by like your freelance clients. Like you don't want to be controlled by all of your deadlines or having to stick to a certain schedule because your job is telling you to. And I'm the same way. I have always been the type of person, and I learned over time, is that I cannot be tied down to a specific schedule. I need to work when I feel the best. Sometimes it can be at night. Sometimes it's early in the morning. Sometimes it's middle of the day. I need to work when I feel my best so that I can give my best work. And then the output is going to be so much better. And when it comes to jobs, you are tied down by the schedule. And that's why I had problems keeping my job in the past. And so working from home for the past few years, I have seen the most success within my own like income and stuff like that, because I know myself very, very well. And I know that I can't be tied down to a specific schedule. And I know that I want to work. I want to have the best output possible, but in order to do that, I need to have flexibility in my time. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to help you with that. And so I'm going to teach you moving forward how to be a creator, how to work from home, how to make money from home, and doing all this without pressure, without stress. I mean, you will be stressed here and there, but the point is that you want to be as peaceful as possible in your own work. And so for me, and for the past few years, I have really enjoyed putting my office together. This is my home office. I work from home. I choose my own schedule. I do what I want to do, and there's so much power in that. And yeah, so I want to share that with you. I want you to be my work from home coworker. I want you to feel happy with your work. I want you to make money doing what you want to do. And if being a creator, or even just like being a faceless creator, like if you want to be in digital marketing, affiliate marketing, all of that, I'll teach you. I'll teach you how to do all of that. And so I don't know, like, I don't want to box myself in by saying I'm a content creator, teaching you how to be a content creator, or like building a business off being a content creator. But I want you to know that this channel moving forward is going to be about how to be a solo entrepreneur who works from home, I guess. Hopefully that helps. So yeah, we'll be talking about content creation, digital marketing, affiliate marketing, how to set up even your own office. Like I will show you all of my setup. I'll show you my setup and all my decor and how to create a cozy, peaceful space for you so that you can be as productive as possible as you work from home. So stuff like that. So why did I come back other than the fact that I have an amazing community and I love you guys so much? I also came back because I love YouTube. I have so much respect for YouTube and just, Instagram I feel like there's not really an advantage there for small creators. When it comes to TikTok, things just move so fast and I just feel like I can't keep up with TikTok. YouTube is like the perfect middle ground, and YouTube, I feel like, is the platform for creators, is the platform for community, is the platform for if you want to put long form or short form, do what you want because you're still going to grow. And for the past couple of weeks, I've been posting only shorts and I've been getting really good views, in my opinion, for being gone for so long. And YouTube did that. YouTube is that girl. YouTube is amazing. And I love YouTube. I love the community here. And I just didn't want to miss out on building and nurturing y'all. And yeah, so I came back mainly for the community and the fact that I have respect for YouTube. And I also just want to share. I want to share my life with y'all. And I want you guys to be successful as well. And I want you guys to just build a life that you love. And we'll do it together. So yeah. I have nothing else to say, honestly. I'm so grateful to be back. I'm so excited to be back. Next week, you're going to see a video about 11 cinematic shots that you can get in any of your content or for B-roll. So if you are excited to check that out, be sure that you subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that you can see when that video is going to go live. And I will see you next week. Bye.